Hi.
Your Honor, it's just to inform you that Chapman, the first guy, has refused.
He has, huh?
Yes.
So we need to hold him over until the morning then, or what's council's view?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll continue it till tomorrow morning. Thank you.
There you go.
Oh, and he had a city file too.
So do I have to
If you just want to sign the city file form and then take that.
just sign it for you?
Yeah.
Just give me a minute. I'm gonna need to sign some paperwork. I can see him in the morning, right?
Yeah. So if you could just sign that and then I'll finish. That's it.
Yeah, I'll see you. I'll see you in the morning. Okay, Mr. Tibbitz, I saw you yesterday, of course. I see you
Yes,
again.
yes.
Yes, you're here today on a charge of promoting prison contraband. I'm Judge Hazel. And obviously you're being held on a bond on other charges. Does the county attorney have a recommendation in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, considering the defendant is currently in custody on the other pending case, but also considering the nature of the offense, his intent, and where the item was located, the state is recommending a bond of $5,000 pretrial service.
Attorney for the defendant?
Yes, Your Honor. Considering that he has a bond in another matter, we'd ask for a nominal bond of $500 be placed on this case for time credit purposes.
What I'm gonna do is set this matter for preliminary hearing on April the 14th at 1:30 PM in the Justice Court. I'm gonna appoint counsel to represent him. I'm gonna post standard conditions. I'm gonna post a bond of $1,000, so he gets credit for being in custody. If he posts all his bonds, he'll be supervised through pretrial services. Sir, all your cases will be heard at a preliminary hearing on April the 14th unless that date changes, okay?
Yes, sir.
Is that the same date I set for you yesterday? All right, good luck to you.
Good evening, Judge. This is Spanish interpreter on the line, and I'll be here if I'm needed.
Okay, I'll ask the jail if we have any Spanish tonight. I can never guess.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
If the jail can hear me, can they tell me if they think we have any Spanish tonight?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, the interpreter can be excused then.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. Interpreter will now disconnect.
All right, you have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Okay. The next one should be Gallegos, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And what, that would be 3 maybe? Let me do this for 40 years and I might figure this out. What's the address of the jail?
Is that the address of the jail?
Pueden sigues caídos en San Sistemas.
Please.
Gabriel Francisco Gallegos.
On disorderly conduct based on a fight in the jail. I'm going to release you and give you a new court date on this date of April the 14th at 8:30 in the morning. So you're going to be released on this charge.
Okay.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Hi, can I have your name?
Yatre Lomax.
Hi, Mr. Lomax. This is Judge Hazel. Nice to see you
Hi.
again.
How you doing, Judge?
Yeah, probably better than you.
Uh,
You got arrested for fighting in the jail. Do you understand why you're here?
For disorderly conduct or something, right?
Yeah, disorderly conduct. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
No, I can ask you this, Judge, is this gonna violate my probation?
Yes, it is.
All right, so, can I request of you at this time, like, will I get credit for time served, for all the time I didn't serve in jail?
Yeah, we'll figure that out when we bring you back to court next week.
All right, well, can I request to like, just like serve whatever time and not be on probation no more?
Well, you'll need to talk to Mr. Glenn about that, but let's deal with this case. On your justice court case, I am going to release you and give you a new court date of the 14th. Obviously, you have other things holding you in jail, but
Yeah,
you're being released on this matter, okay?
all right, thank you.
All right. I'll
I'll see you.
probably see you next Wednesday.
All right, thank you.
All right?
Well.
Thank you. You have a good day.
All right.
Mendoza.
Booker, Dennis. Booker.
What number?
Number 7.
Booker. Booker.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What was Mendoza and Williams?
They called housing, those should be coming today. Are you Miss Barbara?
Mhm.
You're gonna be up first, okay?
Okay.
Let's do this guy. You're okay, I'm sorry about that.
What's the next one?
Oh, a television, no less.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Barbara Deardorff.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. Let me get your file.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Number with that one. Deardorff.
Right.
Okay, ma'am, you're here today on charges of disorderly conduct.
I don't know, but go ahead.
I'm going to release you and give you a new court date in justice court on April the 14th at 10:30 in the morning. So you're going to be released. Standard conditions will be, don't commit any acts of domestic violence, no firearms, no alcohol, no drugs, okay? So you,
Obviously.
what?
I said, obviously.
All right, so you're going to be
Don't have
released.
to worry.
Your new court date is the 14th. Good luck to you, ma'am.
April 14th, and what time and where?
You'll get
On on your paperwork, but it's in the Justice Court in downtown
Okay.
Tucson.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Okay.
Yeah. It's.
Okay.
Hi, can I have your name?
Booker.
You're Dennis Booker?
That's right.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on a couple warrants out of Justice Court. Do you understand why you're here today?
No, the warrants is false.
Okay, well,
What you,
you
that's why I'm gonna get my lawyer to get on it. I ain't no black.
you also have a new charge. I'm going to release you and give you a new court date in Justice Court on the 14th at 8:30 in the morning in downtown Tucson here. So you're going to be released, but you must appear at your next court date. Okay, good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you. I'll bring my lawyers here. They take care of this stuff. Anybody complain, me, right, take my. Yeah.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Victor Manuel Mendoza.
Did you say Victor Mendoza?
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Sometimes hard to hear through the video system. I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today charged with disorderly conduct based on a disturbance in the jail. It's a misdemeanor. Do you understand why you're here? I'm going to release you and give you a new court date of April the 14th at 8:30 in Justice Court. If you're still in custody, the Justice Court will figure out a way to get you over there and get you a lawyer, okay? But
All right.
you're being released on this charge.
All right,
All right, good luck to you.
thank you.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Jacques Tyrese Williams.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're also here today on a misdemeanor for disorderly conduct within the jail. I am going to release you, give you a new court date of the 14th in Justice Court. If you're still in jail, then the Justice Court will make sure that you get moved for that hearing, okay? So you're going to be released, and your new court date is the 14th at 8:30 in the morning in Justice Court here in downtown Tucson.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you.
Bonus.
That's the one. Hi, what's your name?
Gomez, Julian Gomez.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of disorderly conduct, domestic violence. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes.
I'm going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date of the 14th at 10:30 in the morning in Justice Court here in downtown Tucson. Standard release conditions are going to apply in your case, including no contact with any victims, don't return to the scene of the crime, no alcohol, no drugs. If you have property at that location, you could turn once after you contact the police, and they'll take you over there and meet you there, okay? But you are being released.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's see, I think you might have two of them though. We're going to do the same on both cases, release you and give you a new court date on the 14th, okay?
Thank you.
You just need to make sure that you're there
Yes.
and follow the standard release conditions that I've just went over with you. And,
Yes.
make sure you make your court date, but you are being released. Do you have any questions for me?
Oh, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set. You have a great day, okay?
It's your three.
Hi, can I have your name?
Marlon Anthony Johnson.
All right, let me get your file and we'll talk about it. I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today.
Awesome. Hey, just how you doing today?
I'm doing good. You have a warrant out of South Tucson. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yeah,
I'm going to release you and give you a new court date in South Tucson on April the 7th, which is next week. You must appear at 10 o'clock in the South Tucson City Court. Standard release conditions will apply, but you are being released, okay?
Yes, sir.
You have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Carver. Carver.
Which one do you think's next? Hi, can I have your name?
Joshua Dwight Carver.
Hi, Mr. Carver. You're here today because you have some warrants for your arrest. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to release you and give you a new court date of May the 5th at 2 p.m. in Tucson City Court in downtown Tucson. You must appear at that time or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have any questions for me?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Little.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Elijah Little.
Hi, you're here today on new charges of criminal trespass and possession of drug paraphernalia, but you also have multiple warrants out of the city of Tucson. I believe about 10 files. What I'm going to do is appoint the office of the Tucson City Public Defender to represent you. I'm going to set a bond of $500 cash secured. I'm going to give you a new court date for a video review on April the 11th at 1:45 p.m. If you are released, I'm going to direct you here on May the 2nd. So your bond is $500. If you post it, you'll be released. Otherwise, you'll see the judge on the 11th. Okay?
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Rentería. Sortidos.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Rene Andrea.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on some warrants out of Tucson City Court. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to release you and give you a new court date of May the 2nd at 9 a.m. at Tucson City Court. You must appear at that time or a warrant will issue for your arrest. But I am releasing you on your cases. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You have any
Thank
questions?
you.
Any questions?
Not at the moment.
All right, good luck. Thank you.
Ivan.
Hi, sir. Can I have your name, please?
Ivan Acevedo.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have new charges of felony charges, unlawful possession of dangerous drugs, possession of narcotic drugs. You also have some warrants out of the city of Tucson. Does the state have a position on this case?
Your Honor, the state is recommending a $1,500 bond with pretrial service for time credit along with the steps hearing. The basis of the recommendation, Your Honor, the concern is the defendant has what looks like 4 different warrants, post adjudications and pending matters. That's the state's recommendations for the defendant's fail to appear history.
Okay, and I think this was the pretrial recommended steps in this case.
The state agrees, Your Honor.
And the warrants you're referring to, are they the Tucson ones or some other one? I just want to understand.
Sure, Your Honor. I do see here there's a note referencing 2 post adjudicated warrants from Marana and Tucson, and then there's the 2 FTA warrants from Tucson.
Okay, thank you. The state have a position, or the defense have a position?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Acevedo has no prior felony convictions and he has been a lifelong Tucson resident. And given that he is steps eligible, we'd ask for release of pretrial services.
I am going to release them and is the defendant waive time for timely preliminary hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
I am going to release him and set this matter for step hearing on April the 14th at 9 a.m. in Justice Court. I'm also going to set this matter for a preliminary hearing on May the 19th at 1:30 p.m. He'll be released through pretrial services. Sir, standard conditions will apply in your case, including don't drive without a license, no alcohol, no drugs, and monitoring by pretrial services and no weapons. And I am appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in this matter. Let's talk about your Tucson City case. I'm going to release you on that matter and give you a new court date of April the 22nd. You need to appear on that one as well at 9 a.m. So do you understand that you're being released, but now you need to appear in court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Good luck to you. You're being released. Make sure you make your court dates, okay?
Will do.
Hi, can I have your name?
Christopher H. Chavez?
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of possession of narcotic drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes.
And does the state have a position on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor, the state is recommending a bond on this case, also with pretrial services if the bond is posted. I do also recommend the steps courts hearing, Your Honor. I apologize, it's not listed, it's not selected in the recommendation. I do note, Your Honor, the defendant has a pending warrant for a probation violation. He has 3 prior convictions, and he's before the court on a new offense.
Okay, so you're believing he has a probation violation warrant right now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me look at the recommendation again. All right. All right, and he is being held without bond. What is the defense's position?
Your Honor, given that he has a bond hold from adult probation, we'd ask for a nominal bond of $500 to be set in his case and steps hearing.
Sir, I'm going to set a step hearing and a preliminary hearing on the 14th. I'm going to set your bond at $500 cash secured, meaning if you get released at some point, you'll be supervised through pretrial services. Standard release conditions will apply in your matter. And you must appear at all future court hearings. I am appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Do you have any questions, sir?
No.
Okay, good luck to you, sir.
Elkins.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Renee Elkins.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel.
Okay.
You're here today on several things. You have new felony charges, possession of dangerous drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia. You have charges out of the town of Oro Valley, and you have a warrant out of Tucson. What is the state's position on the felony?
Your Honor, the state is recommending release to pretrial service with the state, with the steps courts hearing.
Okay, thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, we agree with the release of pretrial services.
And does she waive time for a timely preliminary hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to set this for a steps hearing on the 14th, a preliminary hearing on May 19th. I'm going to release her through pretrial services on this charge with standard release conditions, including supervision through pretrial. The other conditions are no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms. Ma'am, let's go on to your other cases now. Next is your Oro Valley case. What I'm going to do on that matter is set a bond in the amount of $400, give you a new court date of next Wednesday, which is the 9th. I'm appointing Richard Glenn to be your lawyer. If you post that bond, you will be released, but you must appear in court. Contact the court at the phone number that's provided to make sure that is a good court date if you do bond out. Let's go on now to your Tucson City case.
That's so many cases.
You have some warrants out of Tucson for failure to appear, shoplifting, or not shoplifting, stealing a shopping cart, drug paraphernalia, and trespassing.
I need a court date for that.
What I'm gonna do on that matter is set your bond in the amount of $200 so you get credit, and set your matter for a video review on April 11th at 1:45 PM. If you do post the bond and you are released, you must appear on the 2nd of May at 9 AM. And I am appointing the office of the Tucson Public Defender to represent you. So you'll have some court next week, ma'am. Good luck to you, okay?
Your Honor, in the felony case, was the public defender appointed?
Yes.
Thank you.
Felix.
Hi, sir. Can I have your name, please?
Ronald Felix.
Okay, hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on two different things. First, you have a warrant out of Superior Court for your arrest for possession of dangerous drugs for sale, possession of narcotic drugs for sale, and misconduct with weapons. Does the state have a position on this matter? The prior bond was set at $25,000.
The state is requesting for the court to impose the $20,000 bond with pretrial services if the bond is posted. We're looking at dangerous and narcotic sales. There was a large amount of heroin and methamphetamine. The defendant also had a weapon while he was with the intent. Post Miranda noted that he intended to sell the narcotics and the dangerous drugs. He's been on warrant status, Your Honor, since 2018 as a fugitive from justice.
And what bond amount were you asking for? I'm sorry, it cut out.
The $20,000 requested on the warrant, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. I didn't hear you. Attorney for the defendant.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Felix had no prior felonies. He reports that he was unaware of his previous charges. He is a lifelong Tucson resident. He has had no failures to appear in the last 2 years. And we'd ask for release of pretrial services and allow him to self-report on the old charges.
Well, thank you. I'm going to set the bond at $10,000 and set this matter for arraignment on April 11th at 1:30 PM in Superior Court. I'm appointing the office of the public defender. Standard release conditions will apply, including pretrial services if bond is posted. Let's go on to the new matter now. The new matter, sir, you're charged with possession of a dangerous drug and possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you understand why you're here tonight?
Yes, sir.
All right. Does the state have a position on this new charge?
Yes, Your Honor, state is recommending a $1,500 bond with pretrial service with the steps court's hearing, and that'll be based on a new offense while on warrant status.
Does defense have a position?
Your Honor, just to reemphasize the previous factors that we'd ask for release of pretrial services.
So, yeah, if he's being held on the other one, you're still asking for release on pretrial to this one?
Well, then on this one, we'd ask for a nominal bond. My apologies.
No, you don't need to apologize. I just want to clarify your position.
Yes, we'd ask for a nominal bond on the new
All right.
charges.
On the new case, I'm going to set a bond of $250, cash secured if released, posted then through pretrial services. I'm going to set this matter for a stepped hearing on the 14th and also a preliminary hearing at that same time, same date, different time. So, sir, your total bond is $10,250. If you make that, you will be released. Otherwise, you'll have court next week and the week after. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you.
You wouldn't know what to do.
Go.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Good evening. My name is Justine Jones.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of felony criminal damage. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes.
State have a position in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor, the state does recognize the defendant does not have prior criminal history. Nonetheless, the concern there is an ongoing risk to the community based on the nature of the offense. There's 6 vehicles that were damaged based on the defendant's being impaired while under control of a vehicle, and also the status of his tires. That's also the concern, and open alcohol. The city is recommending the $20,000 with pretrial service for ongoing risk to the community.
Attorney for the defendant?
Mr. Jones has no prior convictions. He has no prior failures to appear, and his mother reports that she's willing to take third-party custody of Mr. Jones. So we'd ask for release of pretrial services.
I'm going to follow the recommendation of pretrial and release him to pretrial service in this matter and set this matter for a preliminary hearing on April the 14th. I'm sorry, at 1:30 p.m. Sir, I'm going to impose the following release conditions. Don't drive a motor vehicle without a valid license, no alcohol, no drugs, no acts of domestic violence, no firearms, not to return to the scene of the crime and not have any contact with any victims. I am appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in this matter. Sir, it's very important that you don't consume alcohol. That will be a violation of your release conditions and you could be back in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're going to be released. Good luck to you.
Your Honor, what was the date of the preliminary hearing?
The 24th.
24th. Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Sheena Montano.
Ma'am, you're here today because you have 2 things. You have warrants out of the city of Tucson. You also have warrants from Maricopa County Superior Court where you failed to appear. Let's talk about the Maricopa County Superior Court warrants first. You failed to appear and the judge there issued a bond in the amount of $500. Does the state have a position in this matter?
Your Honor, being not a county warrant, the state defers to the court.
Okay, I'm going to affirm the, I'll hear from defense counsel. I'm sorry.
We just asked, based on Ms. Montano's no failures to appear in the last 2 years, she has no prior felonies, and that she's a lifelong Tucson resident. We'd ask that she get released to pretrial services and self-report to Maricopa County.
Okay, I'm going to affirm the bond amount of $500. It appears that she was released previously and told the report she did not. So I'm going to affirm the bond amount of $500, direct that Maricopa County come and pick her up. Set it for a review hearing on May the 5th, but ma'am, you'll be transported there well before that date. Let's go on to, if you post a bond, you must appear in Maricopa County. If you don't, then your bond could be forfeited. Let's talk about your charges out of the city of Tucson you have now. You have, it appears, a new charges from today of possession of drug paraphernalia. And then you have a other case, an older case as well out of Tucson. On the Tucson case, I am going to release you and give you a new court date of April the 22nd. So you are going to be released. And that will be at 10 a.m. If you post the bond, ma'am, on the Maricopa County charge, you must appear there. If you don't post the bond, then you'll be transported to Maricopa County. Do you have any questions for me, ma'am?
When will I be transported to Maricopa County?
That's up to the jail, but it's usually within 10 days.
Oh, God.
All right, good luck to you. Thank you. Is there anything further from the state tonight?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything further from the defense counsel?
Nothing further. Thank you.
All right, everybody have a great evening.
You as
Have
well.
a great day.